can watch my future through the glass. It's dwindling just like my past, and I wonder where the empty years have gone. I watch my beer, it disappears. Another night has closed its ears, and I fade back into shadows before the dawn. Oh, the Angus color's bright and fine, it gleams all through the night. Although like art, it's only just a taste. Passion's coarse and passion's fine, and all of it so intertwined that all the trappings seem a frightful ways. Ooh, I walk the stairs with shaking hands, full to bursting with the hopes, full to bursting with another's dreams. But I just want to soar on high, to see the world before I die, and to be a ghost in someone else's dream. Hey, hey, hey. Of the pregnant soil, I sleep away my dreary toil. There are no dreams worth telling in the clay. The world's a subway, all its years are just a row of stations, just a blur of signposts on the way. Just a blur of signposts on the way. Just a blur. Moving to that same dance, but nobody's up on the floor. Standing, talking, starting, stopping, but that's what the whole thing's for. Lights and noise under canopy, and short walks out to the car. Here it's not the city, it's a slice of life, and you don't have to look too far. And even though it's late, I think I'll get up and dance. I'm tired, but it might be my only chance, 'cause I don't want to have to go home without holding you just once in my arms. So kiss me once, just once tonight, so I know that I'm alive. Swing to music that we'll never forget, feel that pang of sweet regret. Kiss me once, oh won't you kiss me tonight? Give yourself a little extra time. You don't want to rush right home. The place is warm and the night is young, and you look good as gold. I think I'll get up and dance. I'm tired, but it might be my only chance. I don't want to have to go home without holding you just once in my arms. So kiss me once, just once tonight, so I know that I am alive. Swaying to music that we'll never forget, feel the pang of sweet regret. Kiss me once, oh won't you kiss me tonight? Hey, kiss me once, just once tonight, so I know that I'm alive. Sway to music that we'll never forget, feel the pang of sweet regret. Kiss me once, oh won't you kiss me tonight? Hey, kiss me once, just once tonight, so I know that I'm alive. Sunday and a cold wet afternoon. I dance asleep my idle hours, but I'll get back to work soon. Cars are raising rooster tails, they're hurrying to be somewhere without that endless rain on me. I can count each cloud as it passes, and it spills its load of fears. Will the sewers flood? Will the rivers rise on a tide of angels' tears? Sitting in the dark inside my lonely afternoon, hoping for a lyric for this tune. You can't have everything you want, 'cause the universe won't allow it. You'll have regrets, they'll never go away. You can't go back and make it right, or take another spin. The game of life only gives you one play. Dreary Sunday, but there's no place I need to be. So I'll stay here till I float away, or my habits bury me. I dance to sleep my idle hours in rain and wind and shine, and I never found a way to make it rhyme. Now that was Sunday song. This is Wednesday song. Here's a little Wednesday song. It's a Wednesday night tradition, little bit of poetry from a poet on a mission. I'm so glad you're here. You help me shake off all this blue, and I hope you sing along, because I wrote this song for you. La la la, baby, how you doing? La la la, you know I'm feeling fine. Whoa, 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 I'm so glad that you could make it, 'cause I love your souls, and I hope that you love mine. Hey, I spend my days in a bubble of spin, sailing my ship through a sea of sin, and the end of the day is a welcome knife, 'cause it cuts away all that wounded skin. I'm afraid to wake up for the trouble I'm in, but I can't stay asleep forever. So I prop my eyes with the smallest of lies, and I can keep on forever. And here's my little Wednesday song. It's a Wednesday night tradition, little bit of poetry from some poets on a mission. I'm so glad you're here. You help me shake off all this blue, and I hope you sing along, because I wrote this song for you. La la la, baby, how you doing? 3, 4, la la la, you know I'm feeling fine. Whoa, 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 I'm so glad that you could make it, 'cause I love your souls, and I hope that you love mine. Well, you might be as hot as the world has got, and I don't begrudge you the power. Or you might be a seed in a window box, gonna grow into a flower. Or you might be a dungeon dweller, and the key won't fit your hand. But if you're here on Wednesday nights, you're in the world's best band. Shout out for the world's best band. And here's a little Wednesday song. It's a Wednesday night tradition, little bit of poetry. We're some poets on a mission. I'm so glad you're here. You help me shake off all this blue, and I hope you sing along, because I wrote this song for you. La la la, baby, how you doing? La la la, you know I'm feeling fine. Whoa, 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 I'm so glad that you could make it, 'cause I love your souls, and I hope that you love mine. La la la, baby, how you doing? La la la, know I'm feeling fine. Whoa, 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 I'm so glad that you could make it, 'cause I love your songs, and I hope that you love mine. Wednesday song. You can tell how much fun I must have had at that, huh? I hope it comes back. This is one written about the day I was born on. Mondays are freedom, but my Fridays are full. I cannot count the nights, and those days are too cruel. Got a little bit slower to take it all in, and I don't want to lose that again. My path is so winding, I lose sight of the end, and I really don't know if I'll ever see you again. Got a little bit older, made a couple more friends, and I don't want to lose that again. Well, I float along the gilded ways where moments are the pages, and all the animals asleep in many different cages. Tuesdays are fast, I barely take a look, but I don't think there's one in my memory book. I know every day's precious, but I'm Thursday's child. I've been through so many, I just push them aside, and all through the week, baby, year after year, well, back that long highway, I wonder how I got here. I know every day's precious, but I'm Thursday's child. I've been through so many, I just push them aside, and all through the week, baby, year after year, when I'm back that long highway, I ask how I got here. I know every day's precious, but I'm Thursday's child. I've been through so many, I just push them aside, and all through the week, baby, year after year. Thursday's child. It's not right to hold the bottle and not pass it all around, 'cause that's the way you get invited back. And it ain't too good the first time, but it ain't too bad the last. It's the in-betweens you squandered, Jack. And you should not hold the bad things when all your doors are closed. You've got to open windows on your soul. 'Cause the good things are like rain, they drain away like water, they fly away like feathers from a blow. Cannot see the future, I can barely see the past. I can hardly see those barriers that last. In the quiet of the evening, I make a point to smile, 'cause I make a point of everything worthwhile. A up a creek without a paddle. No one taking up the slack. Baby, them's the good times, and you'll never get them back. Up a creek without a paddle, or in a passage through the night. Well, you might as well enjoy it. 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 You can lean into the light. Oh, you might as well, 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 you might as well enjoy it. Lean into the light. That's Saturday's song. What do you do with your Saturdays? Just between you and I'm a very complex man, and there are reasons for this. I'm going to give you the fundamental ones so you understand me better. When I was 9 years old, I was kidnapped by gray aliens. During my time on the saucer, I was debriefed, analyzed, tested, probed, and the contents of my intellect closely analyzed by these gray alien captors. There were others on board as well, other humans, and what the gray aliens are doing is they're amassing a data bank and synthesizing from it methods of hiding amongst us, the gray aliens hiding amongst the human race. As for why, as I understand it, by way of analogy, do you know how some people like to fish from a boat and some people like to dive underwater and spearfish? Well, the gray aliens are more like the spearfishing guys. So, to teach themselves our cultural memes and our unique languages, our slangs quickly, so as to maximize their ability to infiltrate us over the short term so that they can integrate themselves and become part of our culture and thus undetectable. They have arranged with their mighty technology a system of mnemonic devices, not a blog, not a song, but a synthesis of the two, the blong. Oh yes, now you see how advanced they are. So, because during my captivity I was drunk, and if forced to swear on a stack of Bibles, I would probably have to admit that I had been drunk on more than one occasion when I was 9. And since, I was not altogether affected by their conditioning, so their memory relaxants that they use so that we would forget our experience or just find it a hazy dream-like thing didn't altogether take on me, and I was able, through the bright acquisitiveness of my young mind, to remember one of these mnemonic devices, these alien belongs. And it goes a little something like this. Living room half asleep, run down, beat up, feeling the heat, drinking orange juice in the middle of the day. Well, I turned on the tube, it had nothing to say. I tried to change the channel, but nothing changed. Well, the mute wasn't working, the battery's drained. Hate the commercial, so I went for a stroll. Ran into some buddies, they were smoking a bowl, and we was watching them girls up on the stage. Lights is flashing, people crazed, blood is boiling, so am I. Gotta get some action before I die. Well, I took off my coat and it started to rain. Got under a tree and the lightning came. Smelled something burning, so I looked at the tree. It was a little bit of it and a little bit of me, so I took off, running about as fast as a man with emotional baggage like I got can. Right across the valley and over the hill. If you go out and look, I'll be running still, cause I'm watching them girls up on the stage. Lights is flashing, people crazed, blood is boiling, so am I. Gotta get some action before I die. Starting on the ice like a man on skates. Nobody else work at these rates. Make a huck about $100 slinging some hash and asking people, would you like some fries with that? I'd like to take off, run and go out into the night, go somewhere there isn't a soul in sight, get away from the smell of the gasoline, where there's nothing but trees and a frontier dream. And I gotta watch them girls up on the stage. The lights is flashing, people crazy, the blood is boiling, so am I. Gonna get some action before I die, sitting in the living room half asleep. It's the same damn thing I was doing last week, feeling stricken sour oranges and feeling glum, waiting for the man with the action to come. Night after night I'm in the same hells, pursued by a flock of bad angels, a juking and a driving and a run rabbit run. Gotta make it through another day before I'm done. Hip hop, doodlebug, get yourself another. Hop, up, don't stop, take one or the other. Skiddly-dee, hidey-ho, feeling okie dokie. Well, summer is a bummer when you're sweating in the bookie, so get back, crackerjack, I saw it first. Crazy little moment and it might get worse. Standing on a corner in the middle of the night and you're spinning that wheel with all your might. Oh, honey, don't pop the bubbles. The dog's needing soap again. And now you know a little something back about the gray alien people. Put down a gangway and you walk past the halls of the freighters, weekenders, the packets and all. You head down the pier on your liberty call, where you're birthed to the land through a curtain of gulls. The commerce of nations, the waterfront thrives with its retailers, wholesalers, restaurants and dives, and the many distractions that the difference provides from the things that we share just because we're alive. And the wind in your hair like a lover's caress as you use all your senses to master the swell between mountains of water, cabs with foam, where the calms are heaven and the storms are hell. And the sea is the one thing that binds us together. It's still in our blood, and it will be forever. And some of us ride on its back, and we find there's no way to describe it to those left behind. And the waters rush by like the life in your veins, while the wind scours clean all your dreams. And the spray cuts like daggers of ice. And the storm is so dense that you can't tell the night from the day. And the sea is the one thing that binds us together. It's still in our blood, and it will be forever. And travel the land just as far as you will, and that comes back to haunt you. It's in your dreams still, and the waters rush by like the life in your veins, while the wind scours clean all your dreams. And the spray cuts like daggers of ice, and the storm is so dense that you can't tell the night from the day. And the sea is the one thing that binds us together. It's still in our blood, and it will be forever. Some of us ride on its back, and we find there's no way to describe it to those left behind. And the waters rush by. Oh, there's an angel on my shoulder, mowing the lawn, 'cause the hair on that side is getting kinda long. And everything is alright, I'm just happy to be alive. There's a devil on the other side, but he don't have a plan. He's just grooving out the window at the scenery man. Oh, and everything is alright, I'm just happy to be alive. And when they start shouting, I stay cool. I crawl off into the shower as a general rule. And when they get to fighting in the middle of the night, they fuss and feud and argue till I turn out the light. And everything is alright, I'm so happy to be alive. When they start shooting, I stay cool, I huddle in the shower as a general rule. But lately I think there's a reason for a little bit of hope. From the sound of it, I think them two is decided to elope, yeah. And everything is alright, I'm just happy to be alive. And this has been a Wild Bill Miniconcert. Thanks for listening. And if you didn't listen, I hope you had a good time doing whatever you did.